So I told them and they agreed. And the day I was now being taken back home with these guys, these people really embarrassed me. It was total embarrassment.
Now when they were coming to your home?
When they were going to see my parents.
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, my dad was not around, so it was only my mom.
Yeah.
So my mom had taken loans just for this particular day, and she had really prepared.
Hello and welcome to #1 channel. My name is Davy Chams, coming live from DS Images Studios, bringing you different types of stories. And if you're watching this channel for the first time, remember to subscribe, drop a comment, give a like there. My guest today is evangelist, and she has a story here to take us through. She's been through a lot in terms of marriage, and actually, maybe without a further allow me to let my guest introduce herself. Mami, hebu introduce yourself to viewers. Wambie wewe ni nani, unatoka wapi and all that.
Okay, hello, my name is Evangelist Nancy Kolomani. By the grace of God, I'm married. I'm a mother of many children. I'm actually the mother of the nation. So God has blessed us with many children. I was born in Kakamega, but I've been raised here in Nairobi. And I happen to be a pastor also in my church. And I'm also an HIV activist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So let me call you let me address you like evangelist. Of course you're an evangelist. Yeah. So you told me you have a story, like take us. I just like you to take us through the journey of your story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as I said, I was born in Kakamega, and my life as a small girl was good because my parents are Christians. So the kind of life that I was brought up, near life here, God, the Christian walk. So I grew up knowing Christ, but knowing Christ because my parents knew him.
Yeah.
So it was not that personal, like the personal connection you can get with Christ. I was going to church because my mother was saying on Sunday we are going, so I had to go to church. But I thank God because that journey taught me that there was Christ. At least I knew Christ as a young child, in as much as I did not know Christ personally. You understand?
Yeah.
So after high school, I performed well, but unfortunately I got pregnant. So when I got pregnant, and
that was after high school.
Yeah, that was immediately after high school actually. After Form 4, I was still waiting for my results, and I had a boyfriend. This was not my first boyfriend. Now after high school, I'm with this guy, and this guy we've been dating from the time I'm in Form 2. And after high school now he tells me, "Wewe nimekuwa patient na wewe. I will leave you for another one." And I don't want to leave him. So I'm like, okay. So we go, and that's when I get pregnant. So I come and tell him I'm pregnant, and he's like, "No, me bado niko college. If my father finds out..."
That's the guy now.
Now the guy telling me, if my father finds out that you're pregnant, that will be the end of my education. So I'm thinking, your father will find out and you're not even pregnant yourself. I'm the one who is pregnant. What about me? What will my father do if he finds out I'm pregnant? So akakata bola, akaruka, akaniambia, "You go and abort that thing. If you will not abort it, just know that I am not responsible. I will not take responsibilities." So because I did not know, actually I was just naive. I didn't know much about abortion and stuff. So I went and I asked my mom. I told my mom, "Mom, I'm pregnant." And the guy who is responsible says that I need to abort. Okay, she was shocked. She didn't expect that, actually.
Your mom?
Yeah, she didn't expect that from me. Like, I'm pregnant. How? I mean, how am I even pregnant? And the results just came. I had passed. So how am I even pregnant? So she looked at me in shock. But again, she didn't want to like react negatively. So she asked me, so where does the guy stay? And I told her. Then I also told her that the guy wants me to abort. Then she told me, no, you can't abort. You can't abort. You just let me talk to the guy. So she took the number and she called the guy, and the guy just told her off. Yeah.
He dismissed.
He dismissed her badly. So my mom was like, okay, forget about him, but you can't abort. So you keep your child. So I thank God for my mother, because she stood with me at that time completely. She was disappointed, yes, but she counseled me as a mother. She took me through all that. She prepared me even for motherhood. At that time, she was really by my side. And my dad was so disappointed.
She's a very nice mother.
Yeah, my mom is so nice, but I thank God for her. So my dad was so disappointed because alikuwa na hopes sana. And now I am really like...
Hopes in you.
Yeah, he had hopes in me so much. But now here I am, now I'm pregnant. He was so disappointed. So it took him time to accept what had happened. So I went through all that, and when I was 8 months pregnant now, I don't know who told, or rather how the wife to my boyfriend, who I thought was not married, knew I was pregnant. So she called and she was like,
your boyfriend?
Well, he was married.
Was married, but
yeah, but he never told me. I was never aware. So she calls and then she threatens and then she tells me, stay away from my husband and stuff. So me, I'm thinking, is this a wrong number or what? Okay, besides, I even stopped talking to this guy. So what is she talking about? Then I realized also this man was actually married. So I went through that and I delivered. And after delivery, I took care of my baby until he was 6 months. And then I told my mom, hey, let me go back to Nairobi. Let me go and find something I can do so that I can help you take care of the boy. So my mom agreed and I came back to Nairobi. Of course, I talked to my dad and he agreed that I should come because my dad works in Nairobi and he also lives in Nairobi. So I came back home to my dad. I apologized. And my dad took me back in. Then I said I want to look for a job so that I can help mom take care of my son, especially now that he's not breastfeeding. The milk is very expensive. Yeah. So my dad was like, okay, that's a good thing. You can find a job to do as you think of what to do with you. So I got a job somewhere in the airport. Those days they used to, I don't know if they still do, but we used to make things, we call them French peas. So I found a job there and I started working. And as I started working,
With your baby?
No, my baby was at home.
Oh, at home.
With my mother. I left my baby with my mom at 6 months. So I came back to Nairobi and I looked for a job and I thank God I got it. So after I got a job, I started working and I was this naive girl. I mean, I was so naive that sometimes I wonder if I was really normal. So I meet a guy and now this guy is like, we were friends. To me, we were friends. So the guy tells me that the mother is very sick and he wants us to go and visit the mother. So because he's my friend and I don't want to disappoint him, I'm like, okay, we can go, but let's wait until at least end month when we have our salary so that we can buy mom something.
Now you're going to meet his mom.
His mom.
Now like who and who?
Like friends.
Or friends.
Actually, we were a group of 4 friends. We were supposed to go 4 friends
To meet his mother.
to meet the mother who was sick, according to his version. So we agreed. I told him, you wait until at least we get some money so that we can buy your mother something. We can't just go and see her like this. But he was like, no, you know, with sickness you can't wait. You never know. Let us just go with whatever things we have. Yeah, I told him I don't have any money with me right now. But he said, no, me, I have some. I didn't know that it was actually a trap. So I was like, okay, if you have some money, then we can go. Because money is the problem, and it's there. Why not? We can go. So he was like, okay, that's fine. Then I told him, but you know now, actually know Migori?
Yes, I know Migori. Yes.
It was near Migori.
Nyanza.
It was Nyanza province. So, but I didn't know it was Nyanza province. He didn't tell me that I didn't bother to ask, because me, I understood that because I told him, so long as you can go and come back, there is a place you can go and come back.
No problem.
So me, I didn't have a problem, so I never even bothered to ask, where are we going, how far is it? I only asked, are we able to go and come back? Then he said, yes, we can. Then I was okay with that. So that morning we woke up very early and we left. Remember, I'm responsible for my siblings. My dad had just traveled back home to Kakamega. So I was responsible for my siblings.
Here in Nairobi.
Here in Nairobi. And I had been given the money for the week, for the food and everything. And I kept it in the bedroom somewhere. I didn't tell them because I don't want them to take the money.
Yeah.
So I leave in the morning and I tell my sis I'm coming. I'll be late today, but I'll be coming. And we start going. So when we get to town, to the country bus, I'm asking, where are the rest? And he's telling me, no, they apologize, they won't make it.
Oh, since you were to go there 4.
Yeah, we were to go the 4 of us, but now the others are not there. So I'm just the only one there. So I ask him, what is happening? Where are the others? And he tells me, you know, they got an emergency, they are not able to come. And I'm like, okay, fine, let's go. So we get in a bus. And now that's not okay. My mind clicked at that time when we entered that big bus, because I was like, these are the kind of buses I bought when
Country bus.
Yes, country bus. When I go to Kakamega, where are we taking these ones? But I thought maybe we are just choosing them because he likes them. So we entered, and I went and I sat. So he came and sat next to me, and I asked him, so how far are we going? Now that is when I'm asking, how far are we going?
On your way now?
Yeah, on our way now. Then he tells me not very far. He still tells me not very far. So we go. It's 2 p.m. We have not yet gotten to where we are going. So I asked him again, you said we are able to go and come back. We have not yet even reached where we are supposed to go. From morning it's now 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
And we are not even there. Are we really able to go and come back? Then he said, you know, there's a problem with the bus is too slow, blah, blah, blah. And now at this time, me, I'm thinking, I'm already late. This man is just lying. So I stopped asking. I knew that there was no way we were going to come back the same day. So Nika relaxed too. So we went and we got there very late. Actually, we got there at around 10 p.m. And it had rained and it was dark. So me, I didn't know this place. I had never been in such kind of a place before. So when we alighted from that bus, we just crossed over and then we took a motorbike and we went. So I was totally confused. I even didn't know where I had alighted from. So when I got at the compound, I found a very different scenario. You know, me, I was expecting to find, okay, I was going to see a sick person. So me, I was expecting to find maybe people, someone sick, and maybe people are there, you know, helping her around. But I found kind of a celebration. It was kind of a celebration, and these people looked like they were expecting us. You understand? So I was like, okay, maybe the sick person is not here, but maybe they're just jovial.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll take me to where the mom is. So they took us, and because the clothes I was putting on were rained on, and me, I really wanted to come back. That was the first thing I did.
Now what time is that now?
Around 10. That was around 10.
A.M.
p.m.
How many p.m.?
At night, yeah, at night. So me, I asked someone who, I asked, I need to change my clothes because I had not carried any extra. So I asked someone to help me with her clothes. I changed so that these ones can dry overnight. And in the morning, I rushed back to Nairobi. Okay, they brought me other clothes and I changed. And the person I gave my clothes now to go and air them, I don't know what she did. So I went and I sat. Now the mother came, and looking at her, she was okay.
Jovial.
Very jovial. So I
And
asked,
healthy.
yeah, and very healthy. Then I asked her, Mom, you're the mother. In fact, I asked her, are you the mother? Then she told me, yes. Then I looked at him and I asked him, but you told me your mother is sick. But your mother doesn't look sick. Then the mother said, who is sick? Me. No, me, I'm not sick. Me, I'm fine. So I'm like, what? So, you know, I'm already so angry because he lied to me. Now I'm trying to connect. Why did he lie to me? He would have just told me, let's go. Why did he have to lie? But now I'm not thinking that this guy has other intentions. So we eat supper and everything. Then I tell the mother, you know, this boy of yours has really messed me. I'm supposed to be in Nairobi, and he brought me all the way, and I'm responsible for my siblings, and there's no one there. So if my dad comes back, what do I do? Unfortunately, that same night was the night my father was traveling from Kakamega to Nairobi.
So, let me ask you, left your siblings in Nairobi?
Yes.
Without anything? Because you hid the money somewhere.
I hid the money in the room, in the bedroom.
Did you communicate to them like?
No, I didn't. They didn't have a phone. I'm the only one with a phone. I'm the eldest.
Okay, you're eating supper.
You understand? So they don't have a phone. There's no way I can communicate to them. The only person I can communicate with is my dad, who was not there. So I explained what happened to the mother, but she was not surprised. Looking at her, she was not surprised.
It was like a well-planned game.
Yeah, it was like a very well-planned game. So me, I was like, she told me, don't worry, you'll just go tomorrow. You will go tomorrow. I said, okay, fine, I'll go tomorrow, but I didn't like it. So when I was there, you know, me and the mother and this boy, we are the only ones who understand Swahili. These other ones just talk in Luo. So kids are playing and they're playing and they're playing and they're looking at me, yeah, at night, just playing around me. And then someone said, a child, I think she was learning Swahili or something, she came and asked me, when your auntie? Then I asked him, I said, yes, me your auntie. Oh, when your chi, yeah, who you? And I'm like, eh? Chi, what is chi? Then I asked the mother, what is chi? Then she tells me, anamaanisha bibia. And I'm like, mi si bibi yake. Ati hapana, ni wewe tulikuwa tunangojea, si wewe ndio umetoka Nairobi. Hey, then it clicked. Yes, then it clicked, I'm married. It clicked mimi, kama nilikuja kuonyeshwa boma. And I was not told. So I called this guy and I asked him, really? People do that? You would have told me. Me looking at you, I look at you like my friend, like my brother. I don't have anything. I don't feel anything for you.
No strings attached.
Completely nothing. How do you just come and tell these people that I'm your wife? Then he tells me, you know, I wanted to tell you, but I was afraid. I did not know how to start. Hey. Then I tell him, no, tomorrow morning, please, just get me out of this mess. Take me back.
To Nairobi.
To Nairobi, please. Because in my handbag, I think I only had 50 shillings.
Wow.
50 shillings in my handbag. Now, so that night, we went and slept. And apparently I had to share a room with him. Because the mother was like, you know, we don't have much space here. The only place you can sleep is in his house. So we went and slept there.
The game is on.
The game is on. And now you can imagine, it's like now locking a sheep with a lion. Yeah? So, in the morning I woke up. And when I woke up, I realized now the clothes that I had asked that lady to air for me or something. They were soaked in a bucket full of water.
Wow.
And now this guy was not there. I woke up alone. So I'm thinking.
When you didn't sleep like the same
we
bed?
slept on the same bed, but now I woke up and he was already gone. I was the only one sleeping.
To where now?
Back to Nairobi. He had come back to Nairobi and left me there.
So he sneaked?
He sneaked out. So me, I rushed and I went back to his mother's house and I told his mother, now your son is not there. Where is he? The mother told me, no, he has already gone. He said that you have to stay here for a while. Now I tell the mother, after all the explanation I made last night, you people still decided to put me here. Then my father calls. My dad called. She didn't believe in what I was saying. But I told her that is what happened. So she tells
You told her
me,
everything?
I told her everything that happened. Then she hung up. And I was like, okay, now that she has hung up and I was expecting her to send me even some money to sneak. Let me now sit, what will I do? Let me sit and wait. Then she called me again. Then she told me, you know me, I don't have any money on me. So you what you do, just behave like you're cooperating with those people. Let them send you to the market. Let them give you permission to go out and hang around so that at least you're familiar with that place. And then when they start giving you money, you can start saving your transport and you come back. Then I thought it was a good idea. Then she told me, for the time being, don't talk to your father. Don't just talk to your father because he's so mad at you. He does not even want to see you.
Because of the story?
Yes. How can you leave a child with your mother and sneak away with a man? Your father does not understand. He knows you sneaked out with a man, yet you've left your son alone at home.
Plus his children.
Surely. Plus the other kids back in Nairobi.
Your siblings.
My siblings. So I decided to just ignore my dad's calls. I didn't pick them. So I saved money. These people started gaining, I started gaining favor with them and they were sending me out to the market. They were giving me money to buy clothes for myself. Wow. And me, I was marking the stages. Yeah, I wanted to know where am I, how much is it from here to here, and stuff like that. So after a month of saving and surveying the area, I decided now I'm good to go. So when I'm like now, I'm supposed now to escape now the next day, I call my mom like today and I tell her, Mom, I have enough money. I know this place, I know the area, I know where the stage is, I know where to board the buses from. Now I'll be coming back home tomorrow. So my mom told me, don't go back to Nairobi. Come here. Don't go to your father's house.
Now your mom is calling you
from Shago.
To go back to Shago.
Yeah. My mom wanted me to go back to Kakamega. That is what we had agreed. So that evening I fainted. Yeah, I fainted that evening. See, I was planning now to sneak the next day.
You collapsed?
That's what you mean? Yeah, I collapsed. And by the time I woke up, I found myself at the hospital. And my mother-in-law that time was very excited when I woke up. I was pregnant. I was pregnant. So when she told me that, in fact, she put it like this. Hey, unajua unatuletea mjukuu nyara. I don't know how she put it. I can't remember that word. And I was like, what? And I told her, Mom, do you know I have a son who is 6 months old at home with my mother? Then she told me so arrogantly, huyo ni wamadhe. Wewe umeolewa. Hey. And now I'm thinking, how do I tell my mother this? How do I tell my mom this? So she called me and I didn't pick. The next day she called me because she was sure that I was traveling. I didn't pick. So in the evening I called her and then I told her, Mom, I'm pregnant. She hung up. She never called.
Wow.
She went silent for like a whole month.
Your mom?
My mom. And I knew she was angry and I understood. Like, how was I going to explain that?
Because this is now the second mess.
Yes, the second mess. So the next time I call her after a month or so, she picks and she tells me, "You're married. Work on your marriage. Where do you want to come with another child? I'm not able to take care of 2 kids for you. So you just, maybe that's how God wanted you to get married. So just work on your marriage." I'm telling her, "Mom, I don't love this guy." "No, you'll have to love him. Learn to love him." Some of us, even when we were getting married, we never loved our husbands. But here we are. You have to work your marriage. So to me, I was now thinking, now I'm married. I didn't plan. I never imagined. This guy, I looked at him as a friend. I can't even feel anything for him. Even if I try, I can't. And now I'm even angry. I'm so angry at him, I don't know even if I can love him. And now this guy, after he's gone to Nairobi, he does not even communicate. He goes and he shuts up.
It was just one night stand?
Yes, that one night.
Okay.
And I got pregnant. So when he comes back to Nairobi, he does not communicate, he does not say anything. But I thank God because I gained so much favor with those people. They treated me so well. So I didn't struggle like with anything at that time when I was pregnant. But when I was again 8 months pregnant, I fell sick. So sick that guy had to come now from Nairobi to that place, to his home. So when he got there, his parents were like, this girl will die here. We need to call the father.
Seriously sick?
Yeah, I was seriously sick. I was being washed. Nilikuwa nakalishwa kwa stool na ogeshwa. And I'm pregnant. I remember kuna mtu wa boda alikuwa ananipeleka hospitali. You know, they were putting on those leather jackets. You see those leather jackets? Watu wa boda?
Yeah.
Amevaa, but ananiambia na mchoma na tumbo. I'm too hot.
Temperature?
Yeah. The fever was too high. Kufika hospitali nikaambiwa I had yellow fever. So these people thought I was going to die. So now they start looking for my dad and they called my dad. And my dad says, "Huyo msichana wangu hivyo venye hako kwa gari nifikishiwe."
Wapi sasa ukuja Nairobi?
And now I'm thinking, afikishiwe nani? Okay, mimi sitakuwa nilishakufa. The way I'm feeling, nitakaa aje kwanza kwa hiyo gari? So I talked to my dad for the very first time and he told me, "Nancy, I want you back. You will not die in a strange land. You cannot die in a... In fact, as people, we don't marry those people." We don't marry those people. Please, you will have to come back. So I told my dad, "Dad, I'm so sick, I can barely walk." Then he told me, "Okay, I am coming for you. I will carry you, but you cannot marry those people." Then I told my dad, "I'm already even pregnant. How can I come?" Then he said, "Even if you're pregnant, I want you back the way you are." I told my dad, "Surely I cannot make it. I'm not able to walk. Let me just recover, then I'll come." Somehow I managed to convince him, so he agreed. And after he agreed, I went into labor and I delivered. Thank God I delivered safely. So I got a girl.
Oh, baby girl.
A baby girl.
Wow.
I told God, "Thank you, Jesus, for this girl."
That was great.
Thank you for this girl. So my man again started beating. Now I need to plan and escape.
This same man that tricked you?
Yes. With this same man that tricked me, now I have a girl now. So I'm now thinking I need to escape. I'm not pregnant. Pregnancy was the only limitation to me now. I'm not pregnant.
Now you have a baby.
I just have a baby here. I have to escape. So I called my mom and I told her, "Mom, I got a baby and I want to escape." My mom told me, "Are you stupid? Escape to where?" Escaping to where with a baby? Who do you want to take care of that child? No, me, I'm just taking care of your son. Please. That one has to be taken care of by the father.
By the dad.
Yes, please. You cannot escape. Well, so I'm like, so I'm married to this man. Okay. So my mom told me, "You talk to those people and tell them to come at least and let us know each other. You need to know where you are they also need to know where you come from. So I told them and they agreed. And the day I was now being taken back home with these guys, these people really embarrassed me. It was total embarrassment.
Now when they were coming to your home?
When they were going to see my parents. Yes. Now, unfortunately, my dad was not around, so it was only my mom. Yeah. So you know, my mom had taken loans just for this particular day, and she had really prepared herself
for in-laws.
For in-laws. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But now when these in-laws came, they came, they really embarrassed me. You see how I went? Yeah, anyhow, how I went is how I was brought back. With these people never carried anything from my parents.
Oh yes.
No envelope, no nothing.
Empty-handed.
Empty-handed. Actually, they carried a banana. A banana, what is it called? Dizi kubwa. Yes. The banana was too big, by the way.
For mommy? For
my mom. And my mom had prepared herself. Nilipata mpaka kuna relatives who were invited. Lawyers, you know this thing, we really take it seriously. Yeah. We don't joke.
And we always expect envelope.
Yeah. Yeah. So as when we got there, I asked my mother-in-law then, are you prepared? Are you organized for my mom? And she said, yes, we are okay, Me, I thought they had something. What? They didn't give my mom a single coin. Wow. They gave my mom the banana. And according to her, she was like, we've come just to see how the compound is, how the people faring on, then we will now arrange and come back.
Was your hubby there?
No. He was not there. Then I told my mom, relax, maybe this is how they do it. Next time they come, they will come loaded. Just relax. Then my mom told me, what about the debts that I've taken out there? How will I pay? Then I told my mom, we'll figure out what to do. We will figure out what to do, but for now, let us just focus on them going back. So they went back, and I decided to stay back for a while with my mom. So now, after they have gone, now my mom asking me now, are you really fine? People who can bring you here empty-handed, are they really taking care of you?
And are they serious?
Are they even serious with you? Seriously. Then I told my mom, okay, they are taking care of me very well. I'm just surprised they didn't come with anything. Maybe that's their culture. When I go back, I'll find out. So my mom asked me, where do you cook? I told her, my mother's house. I don't cook in my own house. Then she told me, no, you need to cook in your own house. You're mature enough to start cooking in your own house. Okay, I didn't understand the kind of things she was telling me. So long as I've eaten, so how does my cooking now come? If I can cook in my mother's house, it doesn't bother me. But she told me, if you're a married woman, you need to start cooking in your house. So she told me, I'm going to do some shopping for you, so that when you go back there, you cook in your own house. Because according to my mom, the way these people came in, she was very sure I am starving.
Yeah, walking empty-handed.
Yeah, according to her, there's nothing I would have told her to convince her that I'm actually being taken care of. She was very sure I am starving. So she told me, no, I will make sure you go back with your own food. So I went back with my own food. And those people did not like it. So because I decided now I'm cooking in my house, they decided to withdraw themselves from me. So after whatever things my mom gave me got finished, now I started knowing hunger. I remember my baby then was around 3 months or 2 or so. But I would starve. I would actually go and eat mangoes.
What?
In the farm, people's farms. And there was a man who had planted so many watermelons. So I would sit there and eat the watermelon so that at least I would breastfeed my baby. I was using napkins that time, and I lacked even soap to wash. So if you would look at a napkin that I was tying my baby, it was even not brown. I don't know what color that was. It was even khaki, I think.
So they decided now to neglect you?
They neglected me completely. And I know trouble. I knew trouble that time. I saw trouble with my eyes. So I called this guy and I asked him, why do you just dump me here and go back to Nairobi? Do you even know how I survive? Then he told me, but I sent money to my mom. Didn't she give you? Me, I was never given anything. So me, I told him, no, me, I am not going to stay here. I want to come back in Nairobi. You just tell me where you stay. Because I even didn't know where he stays in Nairobi. So I told him, me, I want to come and find out where you stay.
Because it was so quick.
Yeah, that thing was too quick. I didn't know anything about him. So he refused. He said, no, you have to stay there for a while. You know, you're the wife of that compound, you're bomber. You have to stay there. So I said, okay. So I can't remember exactly how I found the transport. I can't really remember how I got the money. But somehow I got the money and I managed to escape.
Back to Nairobi.
Back to Nairobi. So when I got to Nairobi, at the country bus, now I'm thinking, do I go at my dad's house or do I go and stay with this man? Then I remember the words that my mom told me, your father will kill you if he sees you. Don't ever go in that house again. Then I got afraid. Then I said, let me just go and see this man. After all, I'm married.
Yeah.
So I called him and I told him, I'm in town, I'm in country bus, tell me where you are. I come, or I'll go and see my dad. I'll go back home. And he didn't want me to go back home. So he came for me. And we went
to his place.
To his place. Now when I got to his house, oh my God. Okay, it's not that I'm despising whatever place he was staying, but I never imagined I would find myself in such kind of a place.
How was the place?
This guy was staying in a single mabati house that was so unkept. And okay, these houses were actually his father's. So he was not paying rent.
He just inherited?
Yes. So me, I'm thinking, and I asked him, this is where you stay? Then he said, yes. And this is where I'm going to stay with the baby? Yes. Then I'm thinking, it's your father, you shall go. It is better where I'm coming from.
So coming from Shag's expectation was so high.
Yeah, they were so high because me, I'm used to ile life yenye my dad alikuwa amenipatia ndio iko huko nje.
Yeah.
But now I'm facing reality here.
Yes, exactly.
Ile life napata huku ni different. So I asked him, how do you survive in this house? Then he tells me, in Nairobi, so long as you have a roof over your head, you're okay.
You're good to go.
I told him, okay. I'm thinking at least we will grow from here. We will grow from here. Because I remembered my mom also told me she also started somewhere. So I said, okay, we will start from here, no problem. So we began life from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
With this man?
With this man. But remember, there was no love. I'm really trying to love him. Actually, I'm so bitter.
Now you are forced.
Because I was forced to love him
and marry him.
And marry him, yet I don't even know him. So I was very bitter at him. But now I have to make sure I cooperate because where will I go with these other people?
Yeah.
So I decided to stay. But the more I stayed, the more things were not working out. I came to realize that this guy was even a drunkard. He was taking, there are some things I came to understand, they are called kubero. I don't know kubero, they are put under the tongue. It's like a drug, I don't know. It's blackish or something. He would eat even mirror. You know, he was just a strange man.
Now he started showing the true colors.
Yeah, I started seeing the true colors, which I never saw when we were working. So after life had gotten so hard on us, but then things were not even working. Life became too tough. So I decided, no, me, I'm going back to my dad. Come on, bye. I'm going to my dad and I will apologize. I will just tell Dad I'm sorry. Just take me back in. So that was after we had stayed for a whole year. I had stayed with him for a whole year in Nairobi. So when now I decided to go back home, I didn't tell him because I knew he would oppose.
Yeah.
And in fact, I remember I told him what made me even get so mad is I told him, please, what if we plan and we go and see my dad, because he's just around here in Nairobi. We can go and visit him. Maybe you talk man to man. He might understand you. But he refused. So it really broke my heart. I felt like this guy is not serious. So I planned, and I just told him this marriage is not working. Me, I'm going back home. Of course, he was
After seeing the true colors and everything.
Yeah. After I had seen everything, me, I'm just going back home. So I came back home, and I apologized to my dad. I really apologized. Actually, I even went down and I slept on the floor. I apologized. I was like a fool with a child. And my dad forgave me. He took me back in. And he told me, now I want to take you back to school. This child will find someone to take care of your child, because your mother is already overwhelmed with the other one. So we'll find someone for your child.